and circumradius of triangle. Look at here. So radius of a circle which is inscribed in an isosceles triangle whose one of the angles is 120 degree. That means radius of the circle inscribed in the isosceles triangle means that circle radius is in radius. That means R is nothing but root 3 given. R is nothing but root 3 given. In radius, circle inscribed in a triangle. Look at, I am drawing the triangle. From the diagram, we will solve this problem. Look at, isosceles triangle is there. So look at, this is isosceles triangle. This is isosceles triangle. Look at, one angle is given. This is obtuse. Obtuse angle means it will be vertical angle. In isosceles triangles, there will be two equal angles, right? One vertical angle will be there. If it is obtuse angle, you cannot get two equal angles, right? If this is 120 degree, both will become 240. That's why wherever the obtuse angle is given, it must be the vertical angle in the triangle. So therefore, as it is isosceles triangle and this is the vertical angle, so these two sides will be equal. These two sides will be equal, right? So now look at, I am plotting what is in center, right? Look at, I am drawing one angular bisector, right? So angular bisector, bisecting angle here. Look at, I am dropping one perpendicular. Look at, this is one angular bisector. In an isosceles triangle, the bisector bisecting vertical angle will also bisect the side BC perpendicularly. In isosceles triangle only it will be like this. The bisector which is bisecting vertical angle will also bisect the base perpendicularly. So this is one angular bisector. Another angular bisector I am drawing. Look at. So this is 120 degree. These angles will be equal. In an isosceles triangle, this angle equal to this angle. So this is 120 degree means these both sum will be 60 degree. That means this angle will be 30 degree and this angle will be 30 degree. This angle will be 30 degree. Because both are equal angles. Already 120 is there. 30 plus 30 will become 60. Now, angular bisector of angle B I am drawing. Look at the diagram. Angular bisector of angle B I have drawn. This is angular bisector of angle B. Right? Now this angle will be 15 degree. This angle will be 15 degree. Right? This angle will be 15 degree. This angle will be 15 degree. Now I am drawing angular bisector of angle C. Look at. This is the angular bisector of angle C, right? This is AD, this is BE, this is CF, right? So this is the in center, this is the in center, right? This is the in center. This is the vertical angle bisector, vertical angle bisector bisects this angle and also bisects BC. In isosceles triangle, very important point. This is angular bisector of angle B. This will not be perpendicular and bisect. Only vertical angle. This is just angular bisector. This is also just angular bisector. That means this length BD equal to CD. Therefore, BD equals to CD because it bisects. Right? So now look at here. This is in center. Yesterday I told the distance of in center to the side, perpendicular distance of in center to any side is nothing but in radius. That means ID. ID is nothing but R. Therefore, ID from in center perpendicular distance to the side. ID is nothing but R, root 3. ID is nothing but root 3. ID. This is in radius, right? That is nothing but root 3. Now what you want to calculate is delta, area of triangle, delta. Look at area of triangle ABC. This is nothing but I am using the basic concept, half into base into height. Half into base into height. Base is for the area BC and height is AD, which is perpendicular. Half into BC into AD. Half into BC into AD. Now if I calculate what is BC and what is AD, I will get the area. Now look at here. Take the triangle BID. Take the triangle BID. In the triangle BID, this is 15 degree and this opposite side is R. You have to calculate BD. Now look at, I am in triangle BID. Observe the triangle. In triangle BID, this angle is 15 degree. I am cot 15 degree. I am writing. Cot 15 degree is nothing but this is adjacent side. BD divided by this is in radius R. That implies, so BD equals to this R, you know, R is nothing but root 3 given. Root 3 into cot 15 value well known. 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. Now this BD value, you know, base. That therefore BC is nothing but twice BD. Twice BD. That means twice BD means 2 root 3 into 2 plus root 3. So base I got, BC I got. BC is nothing but twice BD. Now next step to calculate is AD, height. For that what I am doing is I am considering triangle ABD. In this angle B is nothing but 30 degree. Now I have calculated BD and I want opposite side. Now triangle in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, I am writing tan 30 degree value. Observe carefully. Tan 30 degree value is nothing but opposite side our height. AD divided by BD. AD divided by BD. Therefore, AD is nothing but BD into 1 by root 3. Right? Tan 30 is what? 1 by root 3. BD is what? This you know. So that means BD is nothing but root 3 into 2 plus root 3 into 1 by root 3. So this 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3 gets cancelled. AD is nothing but you got the value 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. Right? This is 2 plus root 3. Now area of triangle. Area of triangle ABC is nothing but half into BC into AD. So now BC, you know, BC, what is that value? Half into 2 root 3 into 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3 BC into AD. AD is nothing but 2 plus root 3. So therefore 2 will get cancelled. Root 3 into 2 plus root 3 whole square. 2 plus root 3 whole square. That means if we expand a plus b whole square, this you will get a square is 4. So this is 4 plus 3 plus 2ab means 4 plus root 3. So therefore this is nothing but root 3 into 7 plus 4 root 3. So root 3 into 7, that is nothing but 7 root 3 plus, so 4 root 3 into root 3, that is nothing but 12. So area of triangle is nothing but 7 root 3 plus 12. Like that, geometrically I have done the problem. The thing is, in radius is given from I to perpendicular distance, that is nothing but root 3. So taken this triangle and calculated BD, and after that BC is nothing but twice BD, and after that from the triangle ABD this is 30 degree, tan 30 I have written and calculated AD, and then half base into height. Like that, if we draw the diagram clearly, it will become very easy. So now this is the first question asked, area of triangle. Now circumradius. Now circumradius I will calculate. Circumradius. Now BC length you know. BC length you know, and one opposite angle you know. One side length and opposite angle is known. Then apply sine rule. Now look at BC you know. BC is nothing but A. BC is nothing but what? A. BC is what? 2 root 3 into 2 plus root 3. Now applying sine rule. This is A divided by sine of opposite angle. Sine 120 degree equals to 2r. Let us say circumradius is r. What is the formula? A by sine A is nothing but this one. A is nothing but 2 root 3 divided 2 root 3 into 2 plus root 3 divided by sine of this is 180 degree minus 60 degree. This is 2r. So therefore this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Therefore r equals to root 3 into 2 plus root 3 divided by, this is nothing but sine 60. Sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. Therefore root 3 will get cancelled. This is nothing but 2 into 2 plus root 3. Like that, whenever one side and opposite angle is known, just if you apply sine rule, you will get the circumradius. Kaushik Reddy, what is your doubt? Tell me. Kaushik Reddy? Huh? Kaushik Reddy? Huh? AD na. ID ante in center, from in center to perpendicular distance to the side. That is nothing but in radius. This is in center I. I is the point of intersection of angular bisectors of the triangle. From in center, perpendicular distance to any side is nothing but in radius. Okay na? Yesterday I told. Look at the next model. Tellama. Isosceles triangle లో వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్ ఉంటుంది ఒకటి. వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్ ఓకేనా? బేస్ ఉంటుంది కదా, దాని పైన ఉండేది వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్. వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్ యొక్క యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే బేస్ కి పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉంటది. అది వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్ ని బైసెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ బేస్ ని పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా బైసెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట ఐసోసెలిస్ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో. ఏ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో ఉండదు, యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్ ఎప్పుడూ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉండదు. ఐసోసెలిస్ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో వర్టికల్ యాంగిల్ ని బైసెక్ట్ చేసే యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్ ఉంటది కదా, అది బేస్ కి పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉంటది, దాన్ని బైసెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఈక్విలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో అయితే ఆల్ ద యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్స్ విల్ బైసెక్ట్. But in particular case, in isosceles triangle, vertical angular bisector is there that will bisect the base. ఓకేనా? అన్ని ఈక్విలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో అన్ని ఈక్వల్ యాంగిల్సే కదా. ఓకేనా? ఓకే, ఓకేనమ్మా. లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. At the end, if you have any doubts, I will give you time. Look at next problem. Look at one identity is there, amma. Look at in triangle ABC, one identity you have to remember, amma. In properties of triangles, this identity you will get useful. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C. This identity is nothing but 1 plus 4 sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Look at this identity once. In triangle ABC, cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but this identity. Look at, I am proving this. We will use this in the problems. Look at, in triangle ABC, A plus B plus C is what? 180 degree. 180 degree. Take this one. Cos A. Whenever this type of problem will come, you apply transformation, right? Cos C plus cos D. 2 cos of A plus B by 2 cos of A minus B by 2. Just transformation you write. 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Now what I am doing is, this cos C is there. I am writing like 1 minus 2 sin square C by 2. 1 minus half angle formula. This is nothing but 1 minus 2 sin square C by 2. Right? So now look at sin C by 2 is there. Sin C by 2 is there. Sin C by 2 can be written like this. Okay. Whenever C is there, you can convert into angle A plus B. Right? Like 180 minus A plus B divided by 2. That means you will get sine of 90 degree minus of A plus B by 2. Right? Sine of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos of, whenever angle C is there, you can convert into A plus B. Whenever A plus B is there, you can convert into C. Look at this, one is there, one here, 1 plus 2 cos A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2 minus 2. Look at sin C by 2 is nothing but this one, minus 2 cos square A plus B by 2. Right? So instead of this one, sin C by 2, I have written cos square A plus B by 2. Now, in these two, you take 2 cos A plus B by 2 common. A plus B by 2 common. Look at this. So if you take common, you will get cos of A minus B by 2 minus cos of A plus B by 2. Right? This you will get. Now if you look at here, now this is nothing but, this is C, This is D. This is C. This is D. Now I want to write cos C minus cos D formula. Cos C minus cos D formula. So what is the formula? 2 sin C plus D by 2. C plus D is what actually, if we add this and this, what you will get? If we add this and this, what you will get? So B by 2 will get cancelled. C plus D is A. C minus D is what? This minus this. A by 2 will get cancelled. Minus B by 2 minus B by 2. That means minus B you will get. That means if we apply the transformation, 2 sine C plus D by 2, that means A by 2. Sine C minus D. C minus D means what? This. So this is the one. Here minus 2 sine. Cos C minus cos D is minus 2 sine C plus D by 2. Formula is minus 2 sine C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. Sine of minus theta is nothing but minus sine theta. This minus will get cancelled. Now if you look at cos of A plus B by 2, this is nothing but sine C by 2. Cos of A plus B by 2 is sine C by 2. Therefore you will get 2 sine C by 2, this one, into so therefore this is nothing but 1 plus 4 sine A by 2 sine B by 2 sine C by 2. This is the theorem. This you have to remember, Amma. This you have to remember. Look at this is there. Now in terms of in radius, if you want to write, look at here. Cos A, you got the theorem. This look at cos A plus cos B plus cos C equals to 1 plus you got this one. What I am doing is I am multiplying and dividing it by R. Capital R. Circumradius. I am multiplying and dividing it with R. Dividing it with R. Look at it. This term is there. I have multiplied and divided it with R. This is nothing but yesterday I told formula. Formula for in radius. So 1 plus small r divided by capital R. So in properties of triangles, this result you have to remember finally. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but 1 plus small r divided by capital R. So this is the result you will use in problems. Whenever cos A plus cos B plus cos C is there, actually this is the identity. So this is nothing but this only 1 plus small r divided by capital R. This identity we will use in the problems directly. Right? Remember this one. Make a star. 1 plus small r divided by capital R formula. Look at how to use in the problems. Suppose one problem you take. If A cot A plus B cot B plus C cot C equals to lambda into small r plus capital R. Lambda equal dash. Take this problem. So given that this is equal to lambda into small r plus capital R. You have to find the value of lambda. Look at this I am taking. So LHS I am taking LHS. Now A is nothing but according to sine rule 2r sine A. According to sine rule 2r sine A. So cot A is nothing but cos A divided by sine A. Right? This. So B is nothing but 2r sine B. 2r sine B into cos B divided by sine B plus C is nothing but 2r sine C into cos C divided by sine C, right? So strike out this sine A, strike out this sine B, sine B, sine C. Now take 2r common, take 2r common. So cos A, take 2r common from all of them, cos B plus cos C. So this is nothing but 2 capital R into cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but 1 plus small r divided by capital R. 1 plus small r divided by capital R. Now multiply this r inside. So therefore 2 into capital R plus capital R into small r by capital R means this is the one. Therefore this is lambda means therefore lambda is what 2. Like that how to use this? How to use this? Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but 1 plus small r divided by capital R. Look at them. Another application. Just whenever you this is the use that another application. Look at cos square A by 2 plus cos square B by 2 plus cos square C by 2. Cos square C by 2 equals to x plus R divided by Y into capital R. Then x plus y equal to dash. Look at this problem. So if this is equal to x plus r divided by y into capital R, then x plus y equal to dash. Look at. So look at this one. Whenever cos square is there for these type of problems, whenever cos square is there, I have told how to eliminate the square. You have to write 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Whenever cos square is there like this for these type of problems, whenever sine square theta is there, you write like this 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Right? Here cos square is there, LHS you take. This is theta a by 2, 1 plus cos 2 theta means a divided by 2. This is nothing but 1 plus cos 2 into b by 2, b divided by 2, 1 plus cos 2 into c by 2 divided by 2. So this is the one, right? So cos square theta is nothing but 1 plus. If sine square will come, use this formula. Here we have used this one. When sine square is there, you have to use that one. Look at 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That is nothing but 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 cos A plus 1 by 2 cos B. 1 by 2 take common cos A plus cos B plus cos C. Right? What is that formula? Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but 1 plus small r divided by capital R. 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into 1 plus small r divided by capital R. Right? Now multiply with 1 by 2 inside. So 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus r divided by 2 capital R. What is 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2? 4 divided by 2. That means this is nothing but 2 plus r divided by 2 capital R. Look at here. What is given? X plus r by y into capital R. Therefore, by comparing this with this one, x equal to 2 comma y equal to 2. Therefore, your required answer is nothing but x plus y is nothing but 4. X plus y is nothing but 4. Like that. How to use the formula? Like that, related to these problems, cos A plus cos B plus cos C. All of you share your video. Everybody must share your video. Only a few students are sharing. What is there in sharing the video? If nothing mistake is there in your side, what is there in sharing? Please share your video. I am some distance away from you. I am not observing. I will not see completely. No problem. Okay. Just for your attention. Share your video, Amma. What is there? If one sir is telling you how to share your video, look at. Please be attentive in the class. Look at next model. Look at next model is if two sides and an angle opposite to one of them is given. Two sides will be given to you and one angle and one angle and one angle opposite to one of them will be given. We are going to see how to calculate third side. We will see this concept. Look at very important concept. Right? You will be given two sides. There will be three sides in the triangle. You will be given two sides out of ABC. You will be given two sides. So whatever the two sides are given, that one angle opposite to one of them will be given. That means two sides and one angle will be given. So you need to calculate third side. That is the problem here. Look at, I will give one example. These set of problems are very easy. Look at, observe carefully. In triangle ABC, look at A equal to 4, comma B equal to 3, comma, angle A equal to 60 degree. Angle A equal to 60 degree. Right? Find C and determine how many triangles are possible. How many triangles are possible with given data. Look at here. Look at here. Whatever I am telling, this is the one. Look at what is given is A, B, C. You are given with A equal to 4. You are given with B equal to 3. So two sides are given, and he is asking C is how much, and angle A is given 60 degree. Look at, I am telling that only. Two sides are given, and an angle opposite to the given side, one angle is given. Right? You have to calculate third side C. In this case, what we will do is, whatever the angle is there, we will apply cosine rule. Okay. Cos A is nothing but cos 60 degree. Whatever the angle is given, immediately we will write cos. We will write cos. So cos A, you know the formula. Cos A is what formula? B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. This is nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. Now substitute the values whatever you know. So whatever you know, B substitute, B square is nothing but 9 plus C square minus C, you see we have to calculate, minus A square means what? 16 divided by, A square is nothing but 16 divided by, B is 3 and C you need to calculate, this is 1. Right? Now C square minus 7, bring that side equal to 3C. That implies C square minus 3C minus 7 equal to 0. C square minus 3C minus 7 equal to 0. Now you got a quadratic equation in C. Solve C. C is nothing but what is the formula? Minus B plus or minus root of B square. Minus 3 square means minus 4 into A into C divided by 2. That means this is nothing but 3 plus or minus root of. So what you will get? Root of 37. Root of 37 divided by 2. Root of 37 divided by 2. Now look at, you got two values. Out of that, if you see 3 plus root 37 by 2, this is positive quantity. This is positive quantity. And if you look at 3 minus root 37 divided by 2. So if you look at this, this is negative quantity. Because this is 6 point something, 3.3 minus 6 point something means what? Negative quantity. So length of the side cannot be negative. This is not possible. You got two values, but one quantity is what? Negative quantity. Length of the side C must always be positive. So therefore this value is not possible. So what is the third side? What is the third side? So 3 plus root 37 divided by 2. So therefore, how many values you got for C? One value. One value means only one triangle possible. Only one triangle ABC is possible. One triangle ABC is possible. Suppose you are solving. This you got positive quantity, this you got positive quantity. That means you will get C two values. Then in that case, How many triangles will be possible? So if you take one C value, you will get one triangle. If you take another C value, you will get another triangle. In that case, two triangles are possible. Like that, look at one side, two sides and an angle is given. Immediately, you apply cos rule. Then you will get a quadratic equation. Solve it. You will get C values, right? Or any unknown side values. If you got two values, two triangles are possible. If you got one value, one triangle is possible. If you are not getting, if you are getting imaginary roots, then such type of triangle will not be possible. Zero triangles in that case. Like that, this model. Very easy and very important. Immediately, whatever the angle is given, you apply cos. Then you will get the values. Chanakya Sai, what is your doubt? Tell me, Amma. You are calculating C, na? You are calculating C. Minus B plus or minus you will write na. In that, suppose two values if you see, right? Here one value positive you got, one value negative is what? Negative length of side cannot be negative. So therefore one value you got. Like that if you got two positive values, then two C's are possible. That means two triangles will be possible. If you are solving, suppose you got imaginary roots. That means in the roots while you are calculating here you got negative number suppose. Then what happens? What happens? Imaginary roots you will get. In that case no value of C is possible because length is a real number na. Okay, in that case no triangle. That means zero triangles. Understood? Yes, maximum if you are getting values C two values only, two roots only you will get for quadratic. Okay na? Okay, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Look at next problem. Like that. Forming a quadratic equation on here, important. Look at suppose another problem. If A equal to root 5, look at another problem. If A equal to root 5, B equal to 6, B equal to root 2, comma, angle A equal to pi by 6. Angle A equal to pi by 6. If C1 comma C2 are two possible values of third side C, then modulus of C1 minus C2 equal to dash. Look at here, A is given, B is given, angle A is given. He is telling C1 and C2 are two possible values of third side C. Now look at how to calculate those. Now cos A. Cos 30 degree. Cos A is nothing but cos 30 degree. Now use the rule. Use the rule. What is that? B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. This is nothing but cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree is nothing but root 3 by 2. Now substitute the values whatever it is given. Only C is the variable, remaining you know. That means B square means 4 plus C square minus here what? Here 5. A square means 5 divided by B means 2 2 B means 2. 2C equal to root 3 equal to, just I have substituted. B value and A value. This is B square is 4, A square is 5. Here B value I have substituted. B value is to bring that side. So C square minus 1 equals to 2 root 3C. 2 root 3C. Then what you will get over C square minus 2 root 3C minus 1 equals 0. Minus 1 equals 0. I am calculating the values. Look at 2 root 3 minus b plus or minus root of minus 2 root 3 whole square. That means 12. B square means 12 minus 4ac means plus 4 divided by 2a. That means 2. So you will get 2 root 3 plus or minus root 16 is nothing but 4 divided by 2. Strike off 2. Root 3 plus or minus 2. Root 3 plus or minus 2. Look at here. See, you got root 3 plus 2, one value. This is positive. And see, you got root 3 minus 2. Another value. This is C square so root 3 minus 2, correct only. So root 3 minus 2. So look at here. This is problem. Two values will not be there. Root 3 minus 2 means what? 1.732 minus 2. That means this is what? Less than 0. Look at problem is not like this. Problem change the problem. There will be no two values. Look at how many triangles are possible. Take like this. How many triangles are possible? Take like this. Because this value is what? Negative, not possible. Not possible. 1.732 minus 2. This value is not possible. Therefore, only one value of C. One value of C. Therefore, one triangle possible. One triangle possible only. Right? Like that, for this equation, if you are getting both the roots, then two triangles will be there. If you are getting only one root, then only one triangle will be there. Look at next application. In some problems, he will give the two values will be there. Then you have to take the two values will be there. In the problem itself, in the statement, he will give, there are two values. Right? That means what? He has already given that there are two values. That means two roots will be there. Look at the problem. In triangle ABC, take this problem. In triangle ABC, if take this problem where two values he will give. B comma C comma angle B. B comma C comma angle B are given. B comma C comma angle B. are given, right? And let A1 comma A2 and let A1 comma A2 be two values. He is telling that two values are there of third side A. That means two values you have to take. Two values are there of side A. Then you will ask the problem like this: A1 minus A2 whole square plus A1 plus A2 whole square into tan square B equals to, look at a very important model, 4A square, number 2, 4B square, number 3, 4C square, number 4, 2B square. Look at the problem. So he has told that two values are there, right? Now look at, immediately we will write cos B. Immediately we will write cos B and form a quadratic equation in A. C square plus A square minus B square divided by 2CA. So now you have to form a quadratic equation in A, right? So because if these are given, so 2CA cos B multiply this side equal to C square plus A square. Observe carefully, minus B square, right? Now I am bringing this side A square. I am forming a quadratic A square term first. Then look at here. This term I am bringing this side minus, what I am doing is 2C cos B into A. This term, right? 2C cos B into A, right? Remaining term are what? 6C square minus B square. This is the quadratic equation. In the previous problem, numerical data is there. That's why you got the quadratic equation. Now look at here. This is the quadratic equation. Now he has told that A1, A2 are the two values for this equation. Therefore, two values means what are that? Roots for this equation. Roots are, therefore, he has given roots are, you take A1 and no need to solve. Therefore, for this equation, he has given that roots are A1 and A2. A1 and A2, because two values means what? Those are the roots of this equation. In the previous case, you got the roots. That means given that these are the roots. If the roots are there, this is alpha, this is beta. Sum of the roots. Look at sum of the roots. That means A1 plus A2. You write this one. A1 plus A2. Alpha plus beta means what? Minus B by A. B means here before A, whatever it is there. Divided by A means A square coefficient 1. That means A1 plus A2 is nothing but this value. Sum of the roots. Next, product of the roots. You write the relation between the roots. No need to calculate A. He is not asking what is A1 and A2. Right? Product of the roots is nothing but A1 into A2. This is nothing but C divided by A. C means constant term. Divided by A means A square coefficient. X square coefficient will be there, that is the one. That means C square minus B square. Now you got A1 plus A2 value, you got A1, A2 value. Now look at what he is asking. From here, after writing these two, you have to proceed to the problem. Now look at what he is asking. A minus A2 whole square, A1 plus A2 whole square, tan square b. This is the value he is asking. This is the value he is asking. Now what you know? A1 plus A2 you know. A1 plus A2 you know. Now this is A minus B whole square. A minus B whole square is what? A plus B whole square minus 4AB. This I am writing A1 plus A2 whole square minus 4A, because I know this value, right? Plus A1 plus A2 whole square into tan square B. That means, look at this one and this one. I am taking A1 plus A2 whole square common. A1 plus A2 whole square common into 1 plus tan square B minus 4A1 A2. 4A1 A2. That means this is nothing but A1 plus A2 whole square. This whole square, that means 4C square cos square B. Square that into 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but secant square theta. Secant square B minus 4 into A1 A2 is nothing but C square minus B square. C square minus B square. This is 1 by cos square B. This and this will get cancelled. Right? That means this is nothing but 4C square minus, multiply with 4, minus 4C square plus 4B square. This 4B square, 4C square will get cancelled. So answer is what? 4B square. Like that problem approach. Whenever the roots are given, just form a quadratic equation in A. Then write sum of the roots, product of the roots. Then take the one what he is asking and use these two relations. Look at next problem. Look at next. We'll do another model. Look at. In triangle ABC, if A comma B comma angle A are given, and if there are two triangles, and if there are two triangles, formed with third side C1 and C2, then sum of areas of two triangles is sum of areas of two triangles. Look at one problem of this model. Right? He has given that these are given and there are two triangles are there. That means third side will be having how many values? Two values. Third side will have two values. So your approach is clear. So third side has two values. That means two triangles are possible. So therefore cos A I am writing. Cos A is nothing but B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. 2BC, multiply this side. That implies 2BC cos A is nothing but B square plus C square minus A square. Now form a quadratic equation in C. C square minus, bring that side. 2B cos A, 2B cos A into C plus the term which does not contain C, constant. B square minus A square equal to 0. A square equal to 0. Therefore, for this roots are given that C1, C2. For this equation, roots are given C1, C2. So write sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is what? C1 plus C2. Sum of the roots. So minus B divided by A. So minus of this divided by 1. That means 2B cos A. This is C1 plus C2. And then C1, C2 is nothing but this constant C divided by 1. That means B square minus A square divided by 1. That means B square minus A square. You got these values. Now what he is asking is, these two triangles are there. These two triangles will be like this. Look at. One triangle is there like this. Right? One triangle A, B, C. Right? This is A. This is A. Right? This is A. This is B. This is B. And then this is angle A is given. This one is what? C1, let us say. This is one triangle. For the side C1, AB, C1 one triangle. Like that another triangle is there. Like that another triangle is there. So this side is what? Different. C2. So this is A, this is B and this is angle A only. But this side is different. These are two triangles. Like, so this is one triangle as there are two values for C. These are the two triangles for possible. That means for this side there are two values, means this triangle is possible, this triangle is possible. Now he is asking sum of areas of two triangles. Now look at this here, how to calculate area of the triangle I told. Look at area of A, sum of areas is nothing but, look at, this angle is A given, this angle is A given. Right? Half into product of two sides. This angle, this side you know, this side you know, and angle between them you know. Half into product of sides B into C1 into sine of angle between them. That is the triangle area formula. Half into product of two sides into angle between them, sine of. So next triangle is what? Half into B into C2 into sine of angle between them. This is the sum of areas. Now I am taking common. What is common? Half B sine A is common. Half B sine A is common. Half B sine A is common. What you will get? C1 plus C2. What is C1 plus C2 here? 2B cos A. So this is nothing but this value, you know, sum of the roots there. 2B cos A. That means half into, so B square into 2 sin A cos A. Club this. So this is the answer. Half B square sin 2A. Like that your approach must be. Two triangles are there. Only difference is this side. This side is C1 and this side is C2. Now everything is same. AB angle A is same. AB angle A is same. So area of triangle of this is the one, and area of triangle this is the one. Sum of the areas. After that you apply C1 plus C2. That is there with you. Like that, whenever the two values are there for the third side. Look at next problem. Look at, we will go to the next concept. Look at. Look at, next one is lengths of altitudes. Lengths of altitudes of triangle ABC. Look at, lengths of altitudes of triangle ABC. Look at, in triangle ABC, I have already told what is meant by altitude. Right? So this is A, this is B, this is C. Look at, this AD is called, drop a perpendicular from A upon BC. The point where it meets, this AD is called altitude. Length of the altitude means this AD is called length of the altitude passing through A. That means this is the altitude passing through A. This AD is called length of the altitude. Similarly, from B, drop a perpendicular upon CA. Let us say this is E. This B is called length of altitude passing through. This is altitude passing through B, and this B is called length of altitude. Now drop a perpendicular from C upon AB. So let us say this is F. Right? Now this length AD, this length B, this length CF we have to calculate. Look at area of triangle ABC. Let us say area of triangle ABC. Area of triangle ABC. I am writing area of triangle ABC means what? Delta. I am writing area of triangle ABC. Delta is nothing but half base into height. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So if you take BC as base, what you will get? Half into base into height means here what? AD, right? Half, if BC is taken as base, so it is A. Half A into AD length. This is nothing but, if CA is taken as base, then base into height. So this area is also, you can write like this. So length B into CA length. CA length. This is the one, right? No. Here, what is that? B into B height. This base CA, B I have written into height B. So now this can also be written, if this is taken as base, AB is taken as base, half into C into CF. Now look at, if you equate this and this, you will get AD. You will get AD equals to, equate this and this, what you will get, AD length, you will get 2 delta divided by A. That is called altitude passing through A. This AD length is called altitude length. Similarly, if you equate this and this, what you will get, BE. BE is nothing but, if you equate this and this, you will get 2 delta by B. 2 delta by B. Similarly, if we equate this and this, what you will get, CF is nothing but 2 delta by C. 2 delta by C. Right. So now here delta is nothing but area of triangle. Delta is nothing but area of triangle ABC. Delta is nothing but area of triangle ABC. This is the formula. Altitude passing through A, 2 delta by A. Altitude passing through B, 2 delta by B. Altitude passing through C, 2 delta by C. Right? Delta formula you can use anything. Delta has, area of triangle ABC has so many formulae. Delta you can write root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C you can write, or half AB sin C you can write, half BC sin A you can write. Depending on the problem, we will use the delta formula. Right? These are the lengths of altitudes. Right? Whenever altitude passing through A, you write this formula, altitude passing through B, altitude passing through C. Next one is lengths of medians. Lengths of medians of triangle ABC. Look at lengths of medians. So what is meant by median? Look at, brief, I will explain. So a triangle is there. Median passing through A means you take the midpoint of BC. These both will be equal, right? So passing through A and D, this is called median passing through A. It will not be perpendicular like this, just joining this A to the midpoint of BC. That is called median passing through A. Connect B to midpoint of CA. Let us say midpoint of CA is E. So this and this will be equal. So joining B to E, this is called median. This will not be perpendicular to CA. This is one median. Median passing through B. So connect midpoint of AB to C. F. Let us say this is F. Let us say this is F. Connect C to F. This is called median passing through C. All these three medians will be concurrent at a point. This is called centroid. This is called centroid. Here, point of concurrence of altitudes is what? Orthocenter. Similarly, all the medians will intersect at a point that is called centroid of triangle ABC. Now this G is there. This G divides the median in the ratio 2:1. 2:1. Look at here. I am writing 2:1. G divides AD in the ratio 2:1. That is well known fact. So G divides BE, this median, in the ratio 2:1. Similarly, G divides this CF in the ratio 2 is to 1. These ratios you have to remember. Right? G divides AD in the ratio 2 is to 1, BE in the ratio 2 is to 1, CF in the ratio 2 is to 1. Now what I am talking about is length of the median AD. That means vertex to the midpoint of BC, that length. Now this length is A in the triangle, this length is B in the triangle, this length is C in the triangle. Now I am writing AD length. Look at formula is, I will show how you got AD equals to, what you have to write formula is, if you know the sides, root of 2 into B square plus C square minus A square. This is the formula. How to write is, length of the median passing through A means half into root of, this 2 is common for all, root of B square plus C square. Passing through A, sides will be there, B square plus C square minus the opposite side, A square. Similarly, suppose BE is nothing but half into root of BE. Look at 2 into, you will get 2 into C square plus A square minus B square. This is the formula. Similarly, CF formula is, look at, for C, passing through C, what are the sides? B and A. That means half into root of 2 into A square plus B square minus C square. These are the lengths of median sum. Here AD is the median, BE is one median, CF is one median. These are the lengths of medians. I will tell how you got one AD. I will tell. Look at how to calculate this length. That means if these side lengths are known, you can calculate what is AD by substituting in this formula. Whenever side lengths of the triangle is known, you can calculate what is the median length. Look at one AD how you got, I will tell. Look at, identify the logic in this. This ABC triangle is there, right? So this is the midpoint, this is the midpoint. Now join this. So this is A by 2. Midpoint means what? This is A by 2. This complete is A. That means this is nothing but B, this is nothing but C. This is nothing but C. Now look at here. In triangle ABD, in triangle ABD, in triangle ABD, this length is C. In triangle ABD, only this triangle you look at, ABD, right? This side you know C, this side you know A by 2. In between them angle is there. Let us say this is angle B, right? So if two sides and their included angle is known, how to calculate third side? By using cosine rule. So that side square equals to AD square equals to C square. This side square, C square plus A by 2 whole square. This side square, this side means A by 2 minus 2 into C into A by 2. 2 into this side into cos of angle between them. Cos of angle between them. Cos of angle between them. Look at them. So now if you look at here, AD square is nothing but C square plus C square plus A square by 4. 2 cancel out. So CA into, what is cos B formula? Cos B formula is nothing but C square plus A square minus B square divided by 2CA. CA will get cancelled, right? So this is nothing but, 4 is the LCM here. 4 is the LCM. 4 is the LCM. Here you will get 4C square plus a square minus 2 into c square plus a square minus b square. This you will get. Now if you look at here, 4c square minus 2c square. That means you will get 2c square. So if you look at here, a square minus 2a square minus a square. So if you look at here, minus 2 into minus b square plus 2b square divided by 4. Divided by 4. Now look at. So AD square is nothing but 1 by 4 into, you take 2 common, 2 into b square plus c square minus a square. Therefore AD is nothing but 1 by 4 root means 1 by 2 into root of 2 into b square plus c square minus a square. This is the median length. Like that BE length, like that CF length. Identify the logic, na? Just you remember this formula. If sides are known, you can calculate what are the lengths of medians by using this formula. So now you have known how to calculate altitude lengths, how to calculate median lengths. Now next one more is there, how to calculate angular bisector length. Lengths of angular bisectors we will see. Look at. Next, last one. Don't go away. Lengths of angular bisectors of triangle ABC. Lengths of angular bisectors of triangle ABC. Lengths of angular bisectors. What is angular bisector? I told bisecting angle A. Bisecting angle A. Look at what is length of angular bisector means. You draw an angle bisecting angle A. This is the angular bisector. This is the angular bisector bisecting angle A, right? This AD, where this angular bisector meets BC, that let us say it is D. Now AD is called length of angular bisector bisecting angle A. So this is side A, this is side B, this is side C. This is the length of angular bisector bisecting angle A. Now look at, through B I am drawing one angular bisector. So let us say it meets CA at E. This B is called length of angular bisector bisecting angle B. Right? This point to this point length. Now look at, I am drawing angular bisector passing through C. Passing through C. Let us say this is CF. This is CF. Now these are the lengths. AD is one length. Angular bisector bisecting angle A. BE is one length. Angular bisector bisecting angle B. CF is one length. Angular bisector bisecting angle C. Those lengths formula I will tell. Look at. AD is nothing but AD length. So 2BC divided by, formula is, I will tell one how you got. 2BC by B plus C into cos A by 2. For this AD is nothing but 2 into passing through A, two side lengths are there, BC, 2BC divided by B plus C into cos of A by 2. This is the formula for angular bisector passing through A. Similarly, angular bisector passing through B. Look at this. Angular bisector passing through B is nothing but formula is 2CA. If B is there, CA will come. Cos B by 2. This is the formula. Right? This BCF is nothing but angular bisector bisecting angle C. 2AB divided by A plus B into cos C by 2. One theorem I will tell. This theorem I will tell. Look at. Look at this theorem. I will calculate how you got AD. Look at. I will tell the theorem. Look at. ABC. Let us say AD is the angular bisector. AD is the angular bisector. Right? This is bisecting angle here. That means this angle is what? A by 2. This angle is what? A by 2. Right? A by 2. Now, this length is A, this length is B, this length is C. Now what I am doing is let AD equal to L. Let AD length equal to L. Let us say this length is L. Let us say AD, where whatever you are calculating, let it be length L. Now look at, I am using the fact from the triangle. I am using the fact that area of triangle ABC is nothing but area of this triangle ABD, area of triangle ABD plus area of triangle ADC, area of triangle ADC. It is the fact here, area of complete triangle is nothing but area of this triangle plus area of this triangle. Now look at area of triangle ABC. I am writing this side is B, this side is C, and this angle is what? This complete angle is angle A. That means this side into half into, look at how I am writing area of triangle, half into product of these two sides, C into B into sine of angle between them. Area of triangle is this. Now area of triangle ABD, you look at. This side AB is C and then this side AD is L. In between them angle is what? A by 2. So how to write the area of triangle? Half into C into L into sine of angle between them. Just any triangle formula is half into product of the sides into sine of angle between them. Plus area of triangle ADC is nothing but half into B into L into sine A by 2. Sine A by 2. Now if you look at here, half will get cancelled on both sides. So you got CB sine A equal to, now here what is common is L sine A by 2 is common. L sine A by 2 into C plus B. Right? So now sine A I am writing as 2 sine A by 2, half angle formula. 2 sine A by 2 cos A by 2. This is nothing but L sine A by 2 into C plus B. So sine A by 2 will get cancelled. Sine A by 2 will get cancelled. Then L is nothing but this C plus B, bring this side. So L equal to, this is 2BC cos A by 2 divided by B plus C. That means this can be written as, therefore AD, L is nothing but AD, AD is nothing but 2BC divided by B plus C into cos A by 2. So this is the angular bisector length. This AD you got, similarly you will get BE equal to 2CA divided by C plus A into cos B by 2. Similarly you will get CF equals to 2AB divided by A plus B into cos C by 2. Okay, now these are the lengths of angular bisectors. These are the lengths of angular bisectors. So we have seen lengths of altitudes, and then lengths of medians, and then lengths of angular bisectors, right? So note it down. Those who have doubt, raise your hand. Those who have doubt, raise your hand. Right, ask your doubt if any.